Hi and welcome back to the cottage, everyone. I have a rare Saturday at home today with no scheduled appointments or activities. These days are few and far between, but when they come around, I absolutely love them because they allow me to just relax and enjoy homemaking to its fullest. That's not to say that I won't still have some cooking, cleaning, and maybe a bit of laundry to do today, but not having these deadlines allows me a bit more margin for fun, and I am really excited about that. With only 2 weeks left of school, things are really winding down. I am beginning to look forward to the more relaxed and casual summer days ahead and a brand new routine. I haven't quite figured out what that will look like yet, but I do know that each day will begin the same way that it does right now, by making the bed and opening up the bedroom window curtains. This is an absolute constant for me. Something new I'm trying out today, since I have the time, is preparing my very first loaf of sourdough bread. If you had told me even a year ago that this is something I would be doing, I wouldn't have believed you. It's not a secret that spending time in the kitchen is at the bottom of my list of things I enjoy doing. However, the current unit study that the girls and I are working through is all about prairie homesteaders, and one of the lessons discussed sourdough. The girls seemed interested in trying it out, and so here we are. We worked for over a week feeding the starter until it was just right, and I purchased a few standard supplies to make the process as easy as possible. It sort of blows me away that the only ingredients needed are water, flour, and salt. Definitely more simple than what you would read on the label of a store-bought loaf. This was the bowl that my great-grandmother used to mix up bread for her family. It was recently passed down to me. These are the type of sentimental items that I feel the most connection with, and using it is truly an honor. Since I'm already here in the kitchen, I figured I could also use up the sourdough discard as well to make some waffles. These are going to be stored in the freezer to take out for a super easy breakfast or snack. I'll be honest, I watched quite a few videos on how to stretch and fold the dough, as well as scoring techniques that can be used. That is one of the most valuable aspects of modern day internet access, in my opinion, to be able to learn from people who are a step or two ahead of you in the process. And I know that there are plenty of wonderful sourdough bakers here on YouTube. It's what I hope that my channel does for some of you as well. I may not be an expert on minimalism or simple living, but I can share what I've learned, both my successes and my failures, to hopefully help others who are just starting out. While my bread is doing its long rise for the day, I thought I'd come upstairs and tackle one of my favorite homemaking activities, and that is to rearrange some furniture. So here in the girls' room, they have a north-facing window, and in the summer, they tend to get this little sliver of light that hits this wall in the early morning hours, and it tends to wake them up kind of early, and so I thought that I would change it so their headboards are on this wall instead to prevent some of that, so that they can be able to sleep in a little bit longer, and we don't have those early rising moments in the summertime, which is more relaxed and laid back. So I'm going to rearrange everything, do a little cleaning, and we'll freshen up this space. The girls have such a sweet room. They love spending time in here playing with their stuffed animals or pony figurines or putting together some sort of Lego creation. They do a great job every single evening by putting away their toys and clothes, and have also been making their own beds in the mornings. Every so often though, I like to come in and get my eyes on everything and just do a little tune up, a freshen up of the space. There is something really satisfying that happens by rearranging furniture. It's like there is no place for anything to hide. All of the random bits of clutter or dust, dirt, crumbs, it all comes to light. I think that this layout will work perfectly for the summer months, and the girls are really excited to still have a large open space for play. Getting ready to head outside now, and as you can probably hear in the background, it is quite windy today, and so I thought I'd talk to you in the garage before I headed outdoors. Our school had a plant sale where they sold tomato, pepper plants, and then some perennial flowers, and those orders came in last weekend, and I have some of them here. They are looking very gorgeous, but they need to be planted in the ground so that they can survive. And I don't know that I'm going to do the actual planting today. I just need to get a plan of attack of where everything is going to go. So of course some of them are going to go in the garden, but I don't have enough space for all of the plants that I purchased to go in there. So I'm going to look around the yard and see what other options that I have. Again, probably not planting today. In our area in Minnesota, they recommend to wait till after Memorial Day, which is about a week from now. And so next week I'll do the planting. This week I need to make a plan. I'm constantly amazed at how quickly things grow in the springtime. This area here was just covered in leaves basically 2 weeks ago, and now there are tall plants and even a little maple tree that somehow made its home in the corner by the air conditioner. That's going to have to be moved. You can feel where the root is going. Unfortunately, it's going back here. The main root. The main root goes underneath this concrete path. Nice. Here we go. Come on, baby. There we go. Okay, well, we got none of the soil, but a good chunk of the root, so that should be good. All right, let's try going over here. I realized that this isn't the ideal time to move a tree. It would have been better to do so either in the very early spring before the leaves had come in, or wait until the fall after the hard frost had made the tree dormant. So I'm not sure if it will survive, but I do know that it couldn't continue to grow in the location it was before. So I suppose we just wait and see what happens, and if it does make it, I will definitely be sure to show its progress here over time. Does anyone else struggle with spotting the difference between a weed and a plant in these early stages of growth? I like to use the Plant ID app to ensure that I don't dig up something that isn't a weed. This is where the pool is going to be this year, because last year we had it right here and they killed the grass, which we knew was going to happen. But now we want to have a more permanent spot for it. And we actually got a bigger pool so the kids can have more fun in there and also do some filtering so we don't have to clean it out as often. So we're kind of just testing the waters on that, but we'll see if it's a good decision or bad decision. We're not sure yet. There's a lot of good dirt there.
This dirt is really good black dirt. We haven't even hit the sand yet. Oh. Which is crazy.
It is. Makes me want to take it for the garden. In the garden, yeah, it needs a lot of work. We're trying for a no-till deep mulch garden, which will be developed over the course of a few years. Each year we try to add a little bit more natural wood chip mulch, and as you can see on the top tiers, there are barely any weeds visible, so that is working really well. But down on the lower area where we didn't put any new wood chips in the fall, there are some monster weeds. After hours of fermentation, the sourdough is finally ready to be baked. Like I mentioned, there are some really fancy score patterns that I will probably attempt at some point when I get more comfortable with the process, but for today, the simple cross will work just fine. And just look at that beautiful fluffy loaf. I'm so happy with the result. Lots of healthy air pockets are visible and it cuts easily. The kids even made up some fresh butter using heavy whipping cream and a mason jar. Warm bread and butter are, in my mind, just a wonderful and tasty combination. The entire family gave their seal of approval also, and I'm already looking forward to the next baking adventure. If there's one bit of encouragement that I can pass along to you today, it's to try something new. Maybe that's baking, gardening, organizing your home, or any number of activities. The joy and contentment that comes at the end of a day like this is incredible, and I want that for each of you. Many blessings to you during this beautiful spring season. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I hope that you'll stop by the cottage again really soon.